Hi, this is Matt. We are going to work on the 1.3.2 drill block assignment today. This is what your drill block is going to look like when you're finished. What I have open now on my screen. Click to my mouse. You'll see you'll have 4 holes. You have the first hole is a simple through. The second one is going to be a counter bore. Third one is a countersink, and the last one is a simple through again. Or no, actually, I think this is a counter bore again. Let's see. Yep, it's a counter bore. But the first and the fourth are through holes. The other 2 are blind holes. Okay. And you notice you have some chamfers and some fillets on this. Okay, so let's get started. Let me open up a blank design. So we want to start off going to your data panel. You want to find your Unit 1 project folder. And then what you are going to do is you are going to go up to File. You should have a blank canvas set up. We're going to go up to File and Save. And you're going to call this 1.3.2 drill block. And you're going to put your initials there. And make sure that this is Unit 1 for your location and click Save. Should now be updated on the tab and we can begin. I'm going to close my data panel so I have more work room. Okay, I'm going to start off. I want to make sure that my view cube is correct, and it is showing that it is correct. Remember, if it does not look like this, you can go up to your profile, you go to preferences, go down to default modeling orientation, and it should be Y up. When you click Y up, then click apply and OK. And then it should be like that. Okay, so we're going to create sketch. We want to go to our origin. Oh, one other thing I forgot. We want to make sure that our document settings is set to inches. So make sure, stop at this point, make sure that it says inches. If not, go ahead and correct that. And now I'm going to go to my origin. I want this to be on my XY plane. With my XY plane, now I'm going to go on up to create. I want a center rectangle. So I'm going to go here where it says center rectangle. I'm going to click right here in the middle. And I'm going to start dragging out. Now I'm not going to click anything yet. If you notice, the dimensions underneath my rectangle are highlighted blue. I can simply type in the number 5, and then I can hit the tab key on my keyboard and it will take me to the left dimension. And on this dimension I can type in 3. And now at this point, now that I have 5 by 3, I can click Finish Sketch. Okay. Now this is what your sketch should be looking like. So if I look at it from the top view, you can see it kind of, whoops, that's not what I want it to do. So should not look like it's laying flat on the canvas. It should look like it's standing up. Now I'm going to go ahead and extrude this. I want to extrude this out to 2 inches. So right now it has a length of 5, it has a height of 3. We want to give it a depth of 2. So I'm going to go up to my extrude, and I'm going to type in 2 inches. I want to make sure it's new body, and I'm going to say OK. So this is what your box should look like at this point. It should be 5 inches long, 3 inches high, 2 inches deep. Now we want to go up to our view cube and we want to click on top. And we want to turn it so that we can actually read the word top and your rectangle looks like this. We're going to start putting our holes in here. The first hole is a simple through hole. And our simple through hole is going to have a diameter of 0.5 inches, and we're going to place it 0.75 inches from this left edge. So we're going to go up to our create, and we're going to go to hole. Okay, first thing we need to do is we want to click at point single hole. It tells us to select a face. I want to use this face that's facing me, the top. And it's just going to randomly put it there when you click there. That's okay. So now we're going to do reference. I'm going to click select. And then I'm going to click the left edge. When I click the left edge, a dimension box opens up. In that dimension box, I'm going to type 0.75. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, I'm going to go over to my other reference point. And I'm going to reference the top. For this one, I want it to be 1 inch. And then I can click enter. Whoops, did not mean to click enter quite yet. Did not mean to get out. Okay, so you should have 0.75 inches from the left edge, 1 inch from the top. That means that the center of your hole is that distance from those two reference edges. Now we want to go over and we want to put in the information for the hole itself. Our extents, we want it to be distance, or I'm sorry, we want it to be all because this is a through hole. Well, our hole type is going to be simple. Our tap type is going to be simple. Okay, notice it already has in here our depth is all, so it's going to go all the way through. Now we need to put in our diameter. Our diameter, I said, was going to be 0.5 inches. Once you have that, you can click OK, and your first hole is placed. Now let's move on to the second hole. The second hole is a counter bore. Okay, the counter bore has a depth of 0.5 and a diameter of 0.75. The hole has a depth of 2 inches and a diameter of 0.375. This hole is going to be placed 1.75 inches from this left edge. So we're going to go up to hole again, and we want to click at point again. We want to click the face, the top face again. That's okay. When you click it, it just kind of puts a hole there. That's okay. So we're going to do select, and I'm going to do my left edge. I want this to be 1.75. Okay. Now I'm going to select my second reference. I'm going to click the top, and I'm going to type in 1. And it'll put it down where it is. So you want to click the top edge of this rectangle. Now this one does have a distance. The hole type is a counter bore. So I'm going to select this one that says counter bore. Okay, the hole tap type on this one, I do believe this is just a simple tap type. And then the drill point is going to be a flat. Now we can fill in our information. The hole has a distance, a depth of 2. And the hole has a diameter of 0.375. The counter bore has a depth of 0.5. And the counter bore has a, sorry, I got that backwards. The diameter is 0.75. The depth is 0.5. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and click OK. There we go. So we got our first 2 holes in there. Notice this one did not go all the way through, which it shouldn't have. Right. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the third hole in here. Go up to my hole again. At point. Click the face. Reference. This time I'm going to reference the right edge instead of the left edge. So I'm going to do select. I'm going to click my right edge. And I want it to be 2 inches from my right edge. And then I'm going to click my top. I want to reference my top edge. And I'm still going to be 1 inch from my top edge. Okay, now I can go through here. This one is also going to be a distance. This hole, the diameter of the hole is 0.25 inches with a depth of 2.25. This one is a countersink that has a diameter of 1 inch and an 82-degree angle. So our hole type, we want to change this to say countersink. The hole tap type is simple. Our drill point, we're just going to go ahead and leave as flat. Now let's look at our diameters and depth. So our depth for the hole, I said, was 2.25. Our diameter for the hole was 0.25. The diameter for the countersink was 1. And our angle is 82 degrees, which is what it is. Then I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And there is our third hole. Again, it does not go all the way through. And we got one more to do. Then we can put our chamfers and fillets. So our fourth hole is another through hole. It's going to have a diameter of 0.5, but it is a countersink. It's not a simple hole. It is a countersink. It's going to have a countersink diameter, I'm sorry, a counter bore. It's going to have a counter bore diameter of 0.75 and a depth of 0.625. So we'll go, I can right click and it brings up my marking menu, and I can click hole this way. I'm showing you different ways to access the same information. So I'm going to click on hole. I'm going to choose my placement again, so at point, and I want to choose the face, so I'm just going to click right there. Reference, I'm going to click select. I'm going to select my right edge, and it's going to be 0.75 from the right edge. Now I'm going to go to select reference again, and I'm going to do the top edge. I'm going to do 1 inch. Now I'm going to take a look here. This is going to be distance. Nope, this is a through hole, so we want it to go distance to be all, or the extent to be all. This is going to be a counter bore. So we want to go back to our counter bore. The hole tab type will be simple. Now we can go ahead and put in our numbers, our dimensions. So we have all, that's good. The diameter of the hole is 0.5. Now we want to go over to our counter bore. The counter bore diameter is 0.75, and that's already there. The depth is going to be 0.625. Then we can click OK, and there we go. There's all 4 of our holes. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a chamfer around these 4 edges and the bottom 4 edges. The top 4 and the bottom 4 is where I'm going to put my chamfer. I'm going to kind of angle this a little bit so I can see it. And I'm going to go on up to my modify, and I'm going to go to chamfer. Okay, it tells me to select what I want. I want these edges. 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to turn it a little bit because I want the bottom 4 as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you look over here, you should have 8 edges selected. And we want that chamfer to be 0.125 inches. Okay. Equal distance. We're going to click OK. Go back to home. There's my chamfer, top and bottom. Last thing I want to do is my fillet. Go ahead and get my fillet. I'm going to go on up, click on fillet. I want to do all 4 of the side edges. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to have to turn it to get to the 4th edge. And this we want to be, make sure you have 4 edges selected, and it's going to be 0.0625. 0.0625. Oh, got too many. There we go. So 0.0625, and then I'm going to click OK. And there's my fillet now. Oops, let me go up here so we can see it better. There we go. All done. At this point, I would like for you to go ahead and check again. Go up to where it says 1.3.2 drill block with your initials in the browser. Right click. Go to Properties. Wait for the properties to finish loading. Okay. Now I want you to go down to Physical. I want you to make a note of the volume, the density, and the mass. So in this case, my mass is 1.26.243. My volume is 27.822. And make sure you're looking at the units too. So my mass is ounce mass. My volume is cubic inches. My density is ounce mass divided by cubic inches. Okay. So those are the three things I want you to make sure that you get along with the drill block. Make sure that you type them into the comment section when you submit this into Canvas. There's that, and that is all.